Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I'm doing a reading right now for all empaths. It is post 1111 portal. And I assume, I assume that we all received whatever energies and clarity we needed yesterday. Maybe not the whole thing, but enough for you to choose to move forward and do what you need to do, right? So, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is realizing your part in all this. So there's something that's being dealt with. There is something that maybe maybe you're gaining the clarity and in what that could possibly mean, that situation that you're dealing with. Maybe you saw it in a different way than what it was really at. Maybe you didn't realize the ways in which, I don't know, the ways in which you were further complicating things for yourself. This is not about blame, about realization of the ways in which you can affect the outcome of specific, I drooled, specific situations that you live through. So that's one of the primary things, is that are you aware of the ways in which um you affect your own situations, right? Because we're not just being dragged along life. We're actually getting quite a bit of a say in what happens to us, the way it happens, oops, the way we receive it, the way we do a whole bunch of the things that we do, right? So let me just pull a few cards. And I'm changing all the cards today because maybe I won't argue with Michael as much if the cards are different. Oh, who am I kidding? He and I are just combative with each other. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's pull a couple of these cards. And then we're going to pull some of these. And hopefully this will give us all of the clarity that we need to go even further in our understanding of ourselves and what we do. All right. So let us begin. Here goes. Ooh, Three of Wands, travel over land, surveying your kingdom. Um, it's in reverse though. So this is kind of telling me like stagnation. Maybe you're feeling very, I don't know, almost like crippled by some of the decisions made in the past. Maybe it's this thing of not realizing, not understanding the gravity of what you decided a long time ago, and now it's time. Enough time has passed. You're beginning to really grasp, like, oh wow, that one decision did all this, And again, it's not about blame. So assistance with an ulterior motive, diminishing adversity. So these realizations could be the things that are getting you to understand that you don't need to fight as much some of the processes that you're in. All of this fighting that you're doing with your process, with yourself, um oh, um all of these processes that you're doing, um it's helping you to understand things. And the more you understand, the less, not the more, the less you will fight your own process, right? Years ago, I used to not understand at all. Oh, I had to go through the things that I would go through. And these days, it's kind of like, okay, it's just part of my learning. It's perfectly fine. I'm not being punished. It's not because I'm bad. It's not because of anything negative. I'm just needing to learn something. And if I don't want to be in this situation any longer, I need to. and I need to learn whatever it is the situation is supposed to teach me, right? So things pass a lot faster. Um, I learn much more efficiently at this point, and it's not so bad now. It can still be very intense, but it's not as bad as way back when I used to take things so personally from my journey, right? Seven of Pentacles, work frustrations are work needing to be done, either at work or a situation in life, but it's in reverse. So it's this thing of maybe you need to acknowledge how much you've already done, how much you've already learned, and you haven't been willing or able to do that for yourself, right? To understand how much you've grown, to understand how much shifting has occurred in your perception and how that shifting has greatly improved, like greatly improved the ways in which you function within your process. The Seven of Coins in reverse also means impatience, uneasiness, imprudent actions, loss of money, unwise investments. So if you're not going to be able to see this Seven of Coins in reverse in a more positive, more beneficial, more I hear the word authoritative manner, then yeah, it's going to be a waste of investment, a loss of money, imprudent actions, uneasiness, impatience. But again, if you can see that you are doing the work, you don't have to take it into a negative space within yourself. This is not about making excuses for yourself. This is about seeing the goodness in something that's very difficult. When you can see the goodness that's erupting from the difficulty, it doesn't seem so pointless. It doesn't seem so much of a personal attack on you by life, by people, right? So this is about really shifting within yourself, shifting in your perception of why your life has been going the way it has. Um, Blaming yourself and existing in this space like, bad things keep happening to me versus I learn in a very intense manner. And, one of these days I'll be able to give myself permission to learn in a much easier way. There's a huge difference in those two perceptions, right? For example, I used to like very heavily question, like, why am I like this? Why do I always pick the worst effing possible scenario to learn? Why do I always have to choose the hardest, most difficult way to learn? And it's like I had this aha moment not too long ago where I realized, oh, I didn't even know there were options. Literally, like I didn't even know there were other options in regards to how I'm going to learn this. And then I began to take that a step further and I realized not only did I not know there were other options that would make it easier. I learn in the most difficult way because it provides me the highest potentiality for the most profound growth, right? Like if I learned it in an easy way, I wouldn't be able to expose myself to the nuances of what I'm learning. So now instead of being embittered by the way I used to see my learning process, now I'm like, yeah, no, I mean, I'm an intense learner. So if the situation is not intense enough, I tend to not learn it. I tend to be like, oh, yeah, no, it's just an inconvenience. For example, being stranded in a parking lot for 5.5 months, I was homeless 5.5 months. To me, that was just like, it was inconvenient, but it wasn't bad. Right? That's why I can talk about it. Like, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't feel anything bad about it. It was inconvenient, It sucked. We didn't have electric. We'd have to go to the park to charge our devices. And when the sun goes down, like we didn't have a generator. So when the sun went down, we'd need to use those dollar solar lights for your garden that you get from Walmart. Yeah, we'd use those, but I mean, it was fun. It was inconvenient, but it was fun, and we got into the routine of things, and I was good. It was copacetic. But most people would be absolutely destroyed by that, and I'm just like, "No, I know I don't belong here. I just need to learn something, and I'm kinda taking my time learning it." Right? I'm kind of just choosing to be fully present as I learn whatever this is. So, unless the lesson is, like, super de duper intense, I'm probably going to glaze over it. So, another example, and maybe you guys can relate to this more than the first example, is that, you know, I've had a consistent thing of people trying to violate my boundaries, trying to be disrespectful in their approach of my space and my thoughts and all of that. And tend to make excuses for people. And so I had to learn that lesson finally in a very, very um elevated manner. Okay, because I've had stalkers my whole life. Like, literally. I have a stalker who's been stalking me since I was 16. He still stalks me. I don't care. But here's the thing, though, like, if I'm going to be entering into public, spaces because of the work that I do, I can't be so nonchalant about that anymore. I can't just be like, "Oh, whatever, that's their issue. I know I didn't do anything to encourage this, so that's their issue, and, they need to just figure out how to deal with it." Oh, no. Now with, like, death threats and all of that, like, no, okay, that's serious. Um, Full on psychosis, full on, like, "Nope, that's serious. I'm not going to pass this off as just, whatever, it's their issue." And I'm realizing, looking back now, um, there were so many red flags, and I was just like, "Oh, well, they're just a shade of pink." Rather than being like, "Okay, you're legit, like, insane, and you need medical help." No, I made excuses. "Oh, they just don't have anyone. Just ignore it." Like, no. Now these days, the I'm learning to treasure my boundaries, not just defend them, not just enforce them, but boundaries are a treasure, a gift unto myself as I live this life. And so never again will I allow any of this to occur to me without consequence, right? So sometimes it's the very situations that we go through that teaches us about what we need to do to better enhance our quality of life. Because I mean, now it's like nothing sucks more than the fact that I can't even tell you guys where I'm going to be so that you can join me for public events. Like, I can't. I can't. It's not a good idea. It's a very compromise type of situation for me to announce where I'm going to be in advance of when I'm going to be there. That's like, no, I can't do that. And because I can't do that, I can't properly function in the way that I'm supposed to function as the president and the face of a nonprofit ministry. That sucks. That sucks. So I look back now and it's like, had I understood the gravity of this before, everything could have been handled before I actually needed to be able to share where I'm at. But I guess, everything happens in the way that it's meant to, because back then I didn't quite grasp the gravity, right? You can't hold yourself accountable for the gravity of something if you don't even know what the gravity of what your experience is. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses for you. You're still accountable for your life. Yes. But you can't be like, "Oh my God, I'm so stupid." Because the reality is this: I spoke to a law firm a year ago. I was very ready to push forward with taking legal action against my stalker. But there were no death threats yet. I didn't know that he was going to make death threats, talking about fantasizing, killing me and stuff, right? I didn't know that. I was just like, he's just weird. He's super weird and creepy. And then he stopped messaging. So I was like, oh, well, maybe he's finally done. He's finally done. We'll just leave it alone. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wasn't done. Absolutely was not done. And so now I have the life experience to give me an understanding, the capacity to understand the gravity of what I need to do. So, don't be too hard on yourself, but still hold yourself accountable for the decisions you make, right? Finding that beautiful middle ground of accountability and grace. Beautiful, beautiful middle ground. Seven of Swords, plans, hopes, wish card, highest minor arcana. So, okay, I'm not going to be combative today. Um, Michael had a long conversation with me last night. it, I don't want to fight. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. It says plans, hopes, wish card, highest minor arcana. And it's this thing of like someone is trying to low key escape 3 and then 1. A new one has joined the 3. So this could be friends, like 3 friends, 3 old friends and a new one. It could be like siblings and a partner or an ex-partner. Just really trying to get away from all of that, right? Trying so hard to get away from that and just kind of sneak out of their reach. So Seven of Swords, new wishes, fortitude, perseverance, hope, confidence, fantasy, partial success. So someone is gaining some level of confidence. I wonder if it's you. I'm trying to temper my rebellion. Michael says I can't be rude to Marlene anymore. So it could be you, or it could be someone in relation to you. It could be that you are someone's ultimate wish. Ooh, if you guys only knew the level of self-control I'm attempting to exert upon myself. Nervous laughter. Okay. Nine of Wands, undecided, need to take a step out of the situation. Then you will see more clearly. So it's this thing of there's been so much agitation that's been occurring. Maybe whoever this is, that's a Seven of Swords. Um, they've been trying to make decisions for themselves, whether it's you or someone else, it's irrelevant, right? Um, this is an individual that's been trying to make decisions for themselves, and they even stole away in the middle of the night with all of these swords so that they could cut down enough material to create their little fortress. Nine of Wands, expectation of difficulties and changes, deception, a pause, and a current struggle. So, you know, they are expecting this group, which is, potentially 3 friends, 3 old friends, and a new friend, 3 friends and a partner or former partner. This could be 3 siblings and a former partner or current partner. It could be 3 coworkers and a new coworker. It could be something. There's 3 that are established plus 1, right? 3 plus 1. So 10 of Wands, weighed down with the problems, very heavy load. You know, they keep needing whoever this is continues to keep needing to adjust and shift their plans and modify their life and their trajectory because they keep needing to tiptoe around this group right here. What would I do? Well, Marlene, I'm combative. I have no problem with combat. I have no problem with aggression. So, what would I do? I would take one sword in each hand and approach the group and be like, who wants some? Because if I catch you following me, you're going to have a problem. That's what I would do. I would own my life. I would make these decisions and own my life. And basically, do what I feel I need to do. I mean, I've done that multiple times throughout my life, whether it's relatives, whether it's random strangers, whether it's people online. I've done that repeatedly where it's like I'm making a decision, you know. I was trying to allow you to have a say in what this is, and you suck. You suck with your behavior, your logic. So now I'm going to make decisions for myself. And you're just going to kind of have to be okay with it or not be. I really don't care. It's irrelevant to me. That's what I would do. She's laughing. She's like, you would. I would. I would. I would. I wouldn't even explain myself to those people because really anyone who you have to sneak around because their condemnation is something that weighs heavily on you are people who are not part of your soul family. These are not people who are healthy for you. And if you're not healthy for me, then you're not healthy for me. And I don't have to take you into consideration as though you're this like life-saving compound that I need to have in my life. Like, no. The people who are like that to me, who function as this life-saving life-saving medicine, like I will cherish you and have gratitude for you and just, love you and have loyalty towards you. But people who are super toxic, like, why do I have to do that? I've done that my whole life and I've never received anything positive out of it. So now I'm at an age where it's like, no, I won't. I refuse. You want that? Okay, well, good. Get it somewhere else. You want that from me? Well, that's too bad. You're going to be disappointed, aren't you? Aren't you? You're going to be a little bit disappointed because I'm not giving that to you. You want to take it? Let's fight. So that's my process, right? That's my process. You want to try and force something upon me? You want to impress upon me your perceptions? You're not impressive, though. Marlene's laughing. I know, I know. She loves my snarky humor. As long as it's not directed at you, right? Right. No, 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 no. I'm not directing it at you. I'm just saying. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Dark eyes, dark hair, professional, business domineering. But see, it's in reverse. It's in reverse. So this could potentially be a description of the person that's toxic. Let's see. Let's see. Do I have an issue with confronting females? I don't. I don't. But I mean, if I have any type of respect for the female, then I hesitate. I greatly hesitate. I don't like confrontation if it can be avoided. But I mean, if I'm feeling in my head the statement of try me, ho, then yeah, no, I got no problem with confrontation. Why do you ask? Because I'm not confronting anyone for you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't want to get myself into any issues. Okay. So, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, false prosperity, suspense, suspicion, responsibilities neglected, a vicious person, distrustful, fear of failure. That's who's being dealt with. They're projecting out into their environment all of their caca. Caca is the call of the petty bird. That is the mating call of the petty bird. Caw, caw. This is someone who's projecting onto you or onto another person a lot of their insecurities. So, okay, this is reading like it's a third party circumstance. Okay, let's explore this. This is a third party circumstance. So I assume this is someone, either you are in a relationship and you're trying to kind of escape that relationship, or a cross watcher is in a relationship. They're trying to escape that relationship. There's a component in there that makes it seem like they're trying to escape that relationship because of their desire to be with you. But there's also another component where it's like, it's because this wretched hoe. This is a wretched ass hoe. She makes him miserable. I assume that's a male because, I mean, I don't know. Because look at all of this. It's all a guy, right? It's a guy. So she's made him miserable upon misery. And she does this sitting upon her throne because she's got him by the Bolsacchio because of money. Mm. Never commingle your finances with someone you can't trust with your life. Never. Never commingle your finances with someone who you cannot trust with your happiness and your vulnerability. Never. Never. The depth of trust that I have with my husband. I remember years ago, and he pointed it out. I totally forgot about this. Years ago, when we bought our first house, like we were purchasing it as a married couple, right? And when they came, when the signing agent, whatever, came, he didn't realize that my husband is married, and I'm like, what do you mean you didn't realize? And so we needed to be out of our old place, and so we couldn't delay things. And he said, "Yes, I'm so sorry. I drafted documents for him to purchase this as a single man." I'm like, "He's not single though." And he's like, "If you want me to redraft this, it's going to take me quite a few more days because I have other people that I have to um have in my schedule." And I was like, "So." He's like, "So if you're willing to sign this, if you're willing to sign off," I believe he had me sign a quit claim for the house and everything. And I was just like, "Okay, fine." So my husband bought the house by himself. And there was never any question of what he would do with that, if he would hold that over me or be toxic with the knowledge that he owns a house on his own. I was just like, "I will shank you if you try and be shady." No, I didn't say that. I'm joking. But I was just like, I trust this man. He's provided everything for me since we've started our family. Like, he provides everything. Why would this be any different? And it's not any different. It wasn't any different at all. At all. So it's this thing of, if you can't trust someone with your vulnerability in your life, your happiness, then you cannot trust them with finances and being in control of the finances. If you cannot trust them with finances, honey, why are you together? Seriously. We went to the bank a few months back. I was trying to set everything up for the fit, and so we went into the bank, and basically we were chatting with them. They didn't know what to do with a nonprofit. They've never dealt with the type of nonprofit that I have. And so we were chatting with them, and they totally were like, "Oh, so, what do you guys do? How come you travel so much?" And we're like, "Oh, we work together. We do online stuff and we work together." Like, "Oh my God, you work together? How do you make that work?" I'm like, "What do you mean? How do we make that work?" We work together. We're married and work together. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, we have so many people who, like, they need a break from their partner." Like, they won't have joint accounts and this and that. And my husband and I, we looked at each other and he goes, then why are you with them? I was like, shh, stop it. Don't shame people for their decisions. It's kind of just this thing of if you can't trust them with things that are crucial, why are you together? Don't get married. Don't buy houses together. Don't buy large ticket items together. Remain separate. You can continue to hang out, but just know that's what you're doing. You're just hanging out. You're not building a life together. It's just one big hanging out. You have to be very clear with what you are trying to build with someone else. You have to be very clear in yourself. If that person is an equal, I would never, ever, ever agree to build something with someone who is not an equal. I might convince myself that yes, you are an equal and it can work, it can work, it can work. And then you can continue to show me that you're not an equal, you're not operating from the same space that I am. And after a period of time, I'll be like, okay, I believe you. I believe you now. We are not the same. We're not the same. It's okay. It's our play date is done. We have to be very clear in what we want. And you also have to understand that what you want requires investment from you. So it's a matter of understanding, are you investing in the very thing that you want, or are you investing in a knockoff? There is no point in spending retail price for a Louis Vuitton purse that is a knockoff. I don't care if it's a grade A. One of my ex-sister-in-laws, I love her still. She is very much into designer items. And I remember she was having these conversations with me because she loves designer items. It's not a bad thing. She likes what she likes. She dresses herself nicely. It's beautiful. But yeah, so she was like, "You don't like any of these purses?" And I was like, "Not really. No, I'm not really into that kind of stuff. If I'm gonna have something designer, I don't want their labels for it because I don't want to advertise them for free and I'm paying them that much, So I don't, yeah, I'm not into loud things like that. And she was like, "Oh, you don't want to pay the price?" I was like, "Not really. No, not really. I don't feel like it's worth it because that can go towards a down payment for a house or a car or whatever. And I'm kind of more practical that way." And she shows me this website where they're selling grade A plus, or whatever the highest grade is, of designer inspired. They were knockoffs. They were knockoffs. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Yeah, you could get it for very, very cheap." And I was like, "Oh, what's the price?" And because I was thinking, maybe for Christmas I'll get her something from there since she likes it anyways, right? And she shows me the price and it's a couple $100 for this knockoff purse. I was like, "Oh, wow. That's expensive." And she goes, "Oh, no, no, no. It's really super cheap because that purse, the real one, is almost $5,000." And I was like, "Honey, I don't care. That's still a knockoff." That is still a knockoff. Like, you realize that, right? That is still a knockoff. So, why would I work so hard to save up that like $300-400 for a knockoff? Is your relationship a knockoff of the type of thing you actually really want? I mean, that's a very harsh way to view it, but sometimes instead of sugarcoating it, we need to understand that the sugar is a sugar scrub and it's being used for its abrasiveness so that you can slough off all the dead layers and expose the new skin. The real you is underneath all those layers, waiting for your needs to actually be met by you and by the people who you select to give permission to be around you. I'm very selective of who I allow around me these days. I've been that way my whole life, but I'm even more selective now. I can be nice to everyone. I can make everyone feel at home. You're welcome here. But for me to actually consider you a friend, like a genuine private life friend, I will share details of my private life with you, where you stand some possibility of knowing maybe at some point how many children I have, their names, their ages, where I'm sharing the most vulnerable, most intimate parts of my life with you. That's slim to none. That's slim to none. I have two BFFs and maybe 5 or 6 people who I consider a friend. And that's it. I know a lot of people, but I will only label maybe 5 or 6 people as a friend. And that's all I need. That's all I need. And when my life brings me another person that has a potential to be a friend, I will observe closely and I will be open to seeing the ways in which, yes, I can trust this person. Yes, they are good for me. Yes, they're amazing. And then my opinion will change about how many friends I have. But until I see everything that I need to see, no, no, no. I'm not so lonely within myself that I would give just anyone such tremendous labels. I've come a long way in learning to love myself, in the realizations I've had with the ways in which my logic, the deficiencies that have triggered my insecurities, have been the very things that have caused me to play my part in my own suffering, right? Notice how I'm not blaming people. I'm allowing myself to recognize my decisions along with the decisions of specific other people are, some of the things that are leading to situations that I don't like, I don't enjoy within my life. And so I need to make other choices more prominent when I'm selecting what I need to do. I don't mean other choices as in other people. I'm talking about what options are presented to me in regards to how to react, how to respond, which direction to move my life, right? Nine of Pentacles in reverse, peace of mind, contentment, but it's in reverse. So this is a lot of upheaval, roguery, danger, storms, bad faith, possible loss of a valued friendship or a treasured possession. Woo! So I think someone is finally starting to realize that they're being treated more like a possession than someone that is loved. And it's a big no-no. When someone tries to take ownership of you, that is a huge no-no to me. Huge no-no. My husband never tells me what to do. When it's necessary, he will give me his opinion on what he feels I should do, with a knowing that I'm going to do whatever the heck I want to do anyways. I'm going to do whatever I want to do anyways. And he knows this, just like I don't take ownership of him, right? I don't take ownership of him. He's going to do whatever he's going to do. And it's kind of this thing of, so long as we're able to stay in alignment, so long as we are able to work through whatever is decided, then it works. It works between us. But the moment that it's not working, the moment that the decisions that lead to the actions are actions that disrespect the bond, disregard the bond, I'm going to start questioning that bond. And I am totally I am totally not a woman that you want questioning you. Because let me just say, by the time I start questioning you, I'm halfway done writing you off. I'm just looking to gather more information to really solidify the decision that's already been made, right? If I have to question you, I should not be around you. It's very rare for me to have someone around me that I am questioning whether you should be around me. I'm good off that. I'm good off that. I like a peaceful life. Let's see. So the star card in reverse, brightness, hope could bring excesses. So be careful not to become too greedy, but it's in reverse. So star card in reverse, disappointment, pessimism, bad luck, lack of opportunity, stubbornness, and imbalance. So there's a lot of um, there's a lot of, imbalance here. It has to do with the stubbornness, the lack of willingness to see your part in what's happening, you know, the lack of just, let's see. The lack of willingness to create the opportunities that are necessary for your excellence to be front and center. For many of us, we hide away our excellence, our brilliance, and then we wonder why we don't shine. Well, if you refuse to allow the jeweler of life, God, to cut away the components of that raw diamond that block the light from shining all the way through and therefore showcasing the brilliance, then yeah, you're not going to shine. You're not going to shine. That's just kind of, it's kind of how it is. So you have to allow life, the jeweler of creation, the permission to cut away the things that are unnecessary, the bulk, the unnecessary bulk. And if you ever witness how they cut diamonds, they cut the slightest little slivers off because they want to maximize the usable carats. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's not about just cutting things and being wasteful. No, what life is trying to trim away from you are the very things that are blocking your brilliance. So we have to be careful about that. King of Pentacles, man over 25 years, dark eyes and dark hair, business, arrogance, and powerful. Look at him, smug little mofo. What a smug mofo. Look at his face. I'm going to take your stick and beat you with it, sir. Sorry. I mean, I'm not going to beat anyone with anything. I'm just saying, King of Pentacles, an experienced and successful leader, a person of character and intelligence, business savvy, mathematical ability, reliable partner, wise investment, ability to acquire money and valuable possessions. I feel like this is how they're seeing you. If this is a third party circumstance, clearly, right? This is a third party circumstance for whoever this is. And they're seeing you as a King of Pentacles while they deal with. Oh, shoot. They're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that type of energy, and they see you as a King of Pentacles. Also, they are a mirror of that King of Pentacles energy. And so they're more like you than they are like the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And so it's like they're realizing this upside down Queen of Pentacles is really just not worth their while. It's just not worth the effort. The juice is not worth the squeeze because, I mean, she's just making him miserable. I assume it's a she because it's a Queen of Pentacles, right? Yeah, it's just this misery that's perpetuated. And it seems like one of them, probably the more masculine energy, is ready to exit that situation. Yeah, death card right off the bat. Death card. Okay. So let's see. Ooh, my shoulders. My shoulders definitely need a little bit of lovin's. Should probably take some anti-inflammatory stuff. So, death, metamorphosis, evolution, loss, transition, and change. Yeah. So, someone is going through this metamorphosis. They've been changing, and whoever their current partner is continues to try and resuscitate. Is someone eating fish balls? Not like fish testicles. It like I'm getting the impression that someone is eating deep fried fish balls. Is one of you like at some type of boba shop and you're eating fish balls? What is up? What is up? Can you dip that in some vinegar? Spicy vinegar, please. Someone's eating fish balls. Stop it. I can't eat that. I used to love that as a kid. I can't eat it now because they put wheat. It's actually really yummy, you guys. I don't like fish, but fish balls is something else. You usually can get them at like a boba shop. If you go to a boba shop and they kind of, they tend to serve food and stuff sometimes. Oftentimes, they'll have like snacks and they usually will have fish balls, calamari rings, all of that, like deep fried stuff. Anywho, the Hierophant. La, 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 la. Bow to your partner, then you turn around. The Hierophant in reverse, right? So, bucking trends, vulnerability, feeling adrift, blind faith. So, someone is moving forward with blind faith. They're like, F this. I'm done. That's what they're saying. I'm done. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. Are you really done? I think part of the problem is saying you're done when you're not. And so it gives the other person some type of sense of whenever you're done lying, you're not actually done, you're just mad. And if they give you enough time, then you're no longer mad. If they are cute enough with you, then you won't be mad anymore. If you're done, you have to actually be done and act like it. Or else you're teaching the person, whoever this person is to you, you're teaching them how to disrespect and disregard your boundaries, your needs, right? So, ooh, 5 of coins. Let's see. 5 of coins in reverse, paid debts, improved finances, positive change, acceptance, recovery. So it seems like that Queen of Pentacles that was attempting to control that Queen of Pentacles in that third party circumstance. They were controlling the whole situation. Ooh, girlfriend. You miscalculated. You miscalculated because now this person you've been controlling through finances has gotten the opportunity to get themselves quietly back on their feet. They're quietly back on their feet. They were playing along with you. Can't say I feel sorry for you. They are playing along, biding time so they can continue to have access to the finances that you have kept away. Yep. Either they purchase larger ticket items, not huge ticket, but larger ticket items that they were holding and can be resold, or they went ahead and they were just, putting little bit in a quiet account. And so now they don't need you anymore. Your reign of terror is coming to an end. So if you think you can still have these tantrums because you're in control, since you have your claws with a death grip on the money bag, they have their own bag. Try being a nice person. Try being that instead of trying to control people through the use of money, through the use of oppression. Are you in a relationship or are you handling the serf? You know, is this person living as a serf under your authority? That's not a relationship. That's a horrible thing to do with a person. That's a horrible, horrible, horrible thing to do to a person. Horrible thing. You know, people will try things if they think they can get away with it. And if they get away with it, then they become emboldened. They become emboldened. And then they think that it's commonplace and that's what you deserve. And that they can throw these types of threats around and you're going to have to take it because you have nowhere to go. Right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. See, I've been a stay-at-home mom for 21 years at this point. Stay-at-home mom. And I remember, I think it was the first year of being a stay-at-home mom. I want to say it was the first year. My husband is an amazing man and he's provided this entire time. But in that first year, he tried that with me. He tried that with me. I forgot what he said. I forgot what he said. But it was something along the lines of throwing in my face that he's the one that works and I have nowhere to go. And I was basically like, say that one more time, and I will get a job and you will have no use in my life. And I will show you just how strong I am. So say it one more time, and I will show you how unnecessary you are in my life if you want to play this game. Never again has he said that to me. Never again has he said that to me. Because he knew I meant it. Like, motherfucker, I'm a strong ass woman. Don't get it twisted. That's because I am letting you take care of me. That you are in some position of authority and control. Either we're equals or I'm out. And that's that. Either we are equals or I'm out. This is not up for discussion. It is not up for debate or any type of like negotiation. No. No. I forego working so I can stay home and keep the household running beautifully and impeccably. And if you're not going to see the value in that, then no. There's not going to be a home for you to come home to. There's just no. I'm not. No. Granted, we were in our early 20s. So he learned quickly. Like, oh, yeah, no. Yeah. Nah, I didn't pick a pushover. No, you didn't, honey. You did it. You did it. Good job. Good job. And so that's the thing is that I know if I had allowed him to think that that was okay and I shut myself up because I entered into a space of insecurity, I know that that would have been something where it's like, oh, now he can do this all. No, 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 you can't. No, you can't. No. And this is why our relationship works and has been working for as long as it has, is because we both know the boundaries within which we have to stay within in order to be respectful of each other, respectful of what we've built together. It's an actual partnership of equals, right? I depend as heavily on him as he depends on me. And so it's this conscious decision every day, a conscious decision to acknowledge how much the other is contributing, because we both contribute everything. If you are someone who is in a space where you are being dominated because of their control of the money, you need to start finding a way to get out of that. They're not going to want you to work. They're going to have all of these different reasons as to why you cannot. What would I say in a situation like that? Okay, so if I'm gonna get a job and my partner would be like, "Oh, you're being so selfish. Why are you gonna work when you should stay home and take care of our kid?" What would I say? Well, I'd stay home and take care of our kid if you weren't such a fucking control freak. I'm working because I'm done being ruled by you. That's why. I would be upfront like, "I'm working because you're horrible, and I need to begin making my own money so that I can exit out of this." I would tell them upfront. I absolutely would. I absolutely would. I remember being a teen and I got my first job. Oh, no, it wasn't even my first job. And my father was like, "It's such an embarrassment that I have a daughter working that kind of job." I worked at the mall. And he was saying all this shit to me, and he's like, "How much do you make a week? I will double that and just stay home. Stop embarrassing yourself." I was just like, "No." He goes, "Why do you have to work?" I said, "'Cause you're horrible. I don't want your money. You're horrible. That's why I work." He couldn't say anything after that. Well, he said I was disrespectful, and then he didn't say anything else after that. What is it a lie? Was it a lie? No, it wasn't a lie, it was the truth. Don't ask me questions you can't handle the answers for. But that's the thing, you have to allow yourself to be honest about your part in all of this. So long as you continue to comply, you're going to continue to be stuck. Now, for some people, it's a much, much more complex situation. You can't just be all like mouthy like me and make these declarations because then you're endangering yourself, physically endangering yourself. So, really, oh, oh my god. Marlene says, "It's not always just the female who is in physical danger in these types of situations." Hmm, I don't like that. That carries with it some type of yucky, that definitely carries with it um some type of yuck, right? Because really, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So, hey guys, this person wants attention right here. If y'all could pay that comment attention by reporting it really quick. Yeah, learn your lesson. Learn your lesson. This is not the community to do this in. So, hope you like it. That's a difficult that's a very difficult type of situation. Oh, here. Judgment, improvement, forgiveness, a change of perspective, absolution, rebirth. So it's this thing of someone is coming through all of this ugliness, right? Just um so much ugliness, and they're finding a way to thrive in the face of this. They're finding a way to thrive despite the fact that they're going through the things that they go through. So if you look here, it is a lotus within that solar space. Solar energy is typically masculine energy. And so this is the male, the masculine, um, finding a way to thrive in the muck. Yes, that's good. That's a nice little consolation. So many, there's so many major arcana cards that have come out so far. 1, 2, 3. Out of 4 cards, there are 3 major arcana. Out of 5 cards, there's 4 major arcana. This is major life changes that are occurring. So, Hanged Man, suspension, restriction, sacrifice, readjustment, improvement. So, everything's kind of been on hold, right? I really feel like this is a third party circumstance reading. I really feel like that. It's a third party circumstance, and um a lot of what's happening is, you know, there's a comparison being made, probably because this is someone from your past, I assume. And everything that this person does has been compared quietly in their mind to you, and the way you carry yourself, the way you handle yourself. And so it's become this thing of you're the greatest insecurity that this soon to be or now ex partner is. You are the empress while they are the empress in reverse. Ooh, yeah. Right. So let's see. Empress in reverse, feeling undesirable, anxiety, lack of concentration, smothering, selfishness. This is someone who is just like, you know, yikes. It's a yikes for me. It's a yikes for me, you know. We have the 4 of Cups. Oops. Oh my God. 4 of Cups, a lack of awareness, pessimism, daydreaming, lethargy, and reevaluation. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone is kind of going through a depressive state, because, I mean, it's a bad situation. I don't feel like you're involved in this. I feel like the feel that I get is that you're kind of this shining ray of hope through this. Like, the thought of you keeps whoever this is from sinking too deeply into that depressive state. And I don't know, maybe the reconnection has more to do with first befriending you, so that way um they could just kind of have your support, possibly, and that they're not necessarily approaching from a space of trying to get in a relationship with you, like a romantic relationship. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think the person is very undecided, just like very, very, very undecided right now. La, 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 la. Okay. 9 of Wands. Fatigue, persistence, gathering strength, wounds, resilience. So this is a person who's been through a lot. They've been through so much, and they're getting through their cycle. They're getting through whatever it is. It could be you, it could be this other person. Um whatever it is, they've been through quite a few cycles of death and rebirth, right? Why is there a rooster house? What is this about? The Knight of Wands represents weathering the battle. Sent by her wicked stepmother to the door of the witch, Baba Yaga, Vasilisa, the beautiful, stays resilient. She endures Baba Yaga's trials. She is wary and cautious, but also hopeful. So basically, Marlene, Marlene says she's a witch. Yeah, Marlene says that what? Village baby, what are you sending me? What is this? What is this, village baby? It's like Marlene has gotten in your ear and is asking you to add additional layers to her message. She's like, yes, say it. That partner is a witch. Marlene, not all witches are bad. I feel like she's getting me in some drama. I'm just saying, Marlene, I'm not going to be mean or rude. But here's the thing, this is what USD sent me. He sent me a screenshot. It says, do not fall for it again. The truth is coming out. Wow. Are they for real? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Do not fall for it again. So for whoever this reading is for, like, don't fall for their crying. If they start to cry, give them a box of tissues as you walk out the door. Stop letting people manipulate you through emotion. You're going to make me drink today. I'm going to drink some chai tea latte because of you. I want some. I don't drink coffee, but you know, I want something. I want something. Yeah, no, don't fall for their tricks. I the moment I begin to realize you're emotionally manipulating me, honey. Even if you cry, I'll hand you a box of tissues. I will take up the used tissues in my pocket that are bunched up, the clump of used tissue in my pocket. I'll be like, here you go. And I will give it to you as I leave. You got some snot running down. I'm saying. Marlene's laughing. She says, I'm hilarious. I know, right? Okay, you don't need to apologize to me. Stop. Just stop. Now she's getting all teary eyed and she's like, I'm sorry. I'm just so persistent. It's okay. No, it is okay. It's okay. So sign reward, perseverance, decisions, investment, and fruition. So whoever this is going to persevere. They're going to continue to push forward. They're going to get through this. They're not going to listen to that Baba Yaga character no more. They're not going to fall prey to the cries, the tears, the tears. Listen, okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, okay? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna stay in my lane. Cause Marlene over here is like, speak about it more. No, Marlene, enough has been said. And, you know, sometimes your girl just gotta stay in her lane and kind of just, you know, mind my own business. Okay. I'm saying. You said Pisces. What's it say? Don't be afraid to swim in the ocean because you're used to being in a fishbowl. I did. I said that once. Pisces, don't be afraid to swim in your own oceans just because you've gotten so used to being in a fishbowl. I don't remember what live stream I said that, but I did see that in the um what's it called? The transcript. Um oh, don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or not at all. But I think you're moving too fast. We need a Marlene day. Ooh, gays, no. No. I am trying so hard right now. Oh my gosh. So someone feels like they don't have a voice. They don't have a say in what's happening. You absolutely have a say. You have a voice. Use it. Use it. Use it. You've got to use it. Use it. Hearth. Comfort. Yeah. It's almost like whoever this is has been treated like this freaking dog right here as a babysitter for a baby. Like someone is very baby like in their behaviors, right? Um yeah, no, 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 no. You're not here to babysit an adult child. Ship their ass back to their parent. I'm saying. You're not here in this life to babysit an adult child. Okay? Uh-uh. No. No, 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 no. Music. It's almost like the sadness of the situation has made this person just really, I don't know, it's like they've withered away. Music no longer moves their soul in the way that it used to, right? It's like this soul is just diminishing, consistently diminishing. See that? She takes all the music away. She takes it all away. She eats it all up. She is the baby. Like you have to baby her. Gravity. There's no gravity between them. Whoever this is about, there's no gravity between them at this point. It's kind of just like the end stages of something working itself out. Wind, change. Nothing's ever going to change in that situation. So now that has to be accepted as a reality, is that all of this chaos erupts from her hands. It is her handiwork that creates the twisting of the reality of what this is. And that twisted reality is the very thing that is now forcing the tsunami of change, right? This is change that's going to occur. This is not something that will be stopped any further. Beginnings east. Someone is starting over again. Maybe they're heading slightly east of where they're at right now. They're going to a different place. Okay, so you guys want to hear what Marlene says? Marlene. You make my nose drip. Like, I don't know if I'm allergic to you or not. My nose is tickling inside, and I feel some postnasal drip starting from my third eye. I was being sarcastic with the okay. So I should have not joked around. I was being sarcastic. um, she makes a reference like the East, East as in like Asia. That someone is going to be drawn to the East, and I don't think it's drawn to the Asian continent. I think that this is kind of like a piggybacking on this attempt to be just adorable. Sarcasm. Adorable in the communication that someone's going to be attracted to an Asian. Well, I'm part of Austronesia. I'm a Pacific Islander. Thank God. Yeah. I'm not gonna claim Asia. So yeah, I don't know. So fluidity, outer core. They are drawn to your water like a mofo. I'm saying they are just drawn to your water like a mofo. Thirsty ass mofo. So thirsty they dehydrated. I'm saying. Fetishize me. Yeah, no, and someone's gonna be drawn to an Asian. Maybe the message is for you. Marlene is some random lady who showed up about a year ago. She hasn't left me alone for a whole freaking year. Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Marlene. She's like, I thought I would try. Oh my God. I said that with some passion. And then Michael's sword lit up like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What? I'm joking. I'm joking. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, Marlene. She doesn't care. At first, she's like, like she thought I was mad. I'm not mad. I'm just irritated. Thor's red, black, and gold dragon protects you in times of change. A time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax. You are safe. That's what it says. Relax. You're safe. This is gonna, unfold in the way, whatever. Whatever. This is whatever. As my mother-in-law would say, like, whatever. Yeah, I think she knew that one of my nah, she was just very spunky is what it is. She would go like this, whatever. I love it. I love it. Okay. Rose pink dragon prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. Okay. So your higher self is asking you to allow for connection. Connection to what? I don't know. Marilyn says, yes, you do. Let me stop. Let me stop. Earth and water dragon creates a foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. So, I love this. I really, really love this. So, new opportunities are coming. You have to make sure you nurture those opportunities, nurture your thoughts, leave yourself open to the things that you need to be open to. Connection, maybe that connection is what's going to lead to the opportunity. I don't know. Dusty pink dragon from Andromeda. Prepare your chocolate body, higher love. Accept and radiate higher love. Touch others with its flame. Burn people. uh, are you green lighting me to burn people? I'm saying etherically, etheric burn. What do you put? Okay. Okay. Let's do a final card and then wait. Oh shit. What time is my class? Hold do I got time? Um Hold on, you guys. I got to know if I have time. All right. So for my K33 folks, we're having a special class today, okay? I won't be late for it. I promise. I promise. Let me see. What time is the class? Okay. I got time. I got time. Okay. So, uh, I can't work on chest anymore. It hurts my shoulders. It hurts. It hurts. Okay. And it's not even my chest, it's my actual shoulder joint. Ugh, my goodness. Okay, let's do Rumi. Okay. Let's pick a random ass card. There. Okay. So 1, 1, 2. You guys, 1, 2, or 3? Which one? 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2, or 3. There's 3 of them that. Okay. Pick the first one that I see. 1, 2, or 3. So 1, 2, 3. 3 is at the bottom. 2. All right. Queen of Hearts. There you go. Thank you. First one I saw was Queen of Hearts. Wasn't this a card from yesterday? Okay. Well, here you guys go. It's card number 3. So, all right. Card number 3, the dissolving light. I died as a mineral and became a plant. I died as a plant and rose to animal. I died as animal and I became human. Why should I fear anything? When was I ever less by dying? So this is the ending of someone's life as they know it to be, right? Everything that they know to be is about to end. And so it's kind of like a death. And when cycles or periods of your life come to an end, you do have to go through that mourning process. For many people, they have to mourn it. Dare to take my hand and become set alight with holy fire, my cherished one. Step forward with me. Let us burn together, dissembled in the light that cannot be extinguished. This is a light that burns with such incandescent truth that no falsehood can withstand its audacious vibrancy. Come with me now to the light. Together we shall melt into truth. There is a light so intense, so powerful, that nothing other than itself, its own truth, can exist in its presence. It's the sacred seed, the star of your being, lit up from within. It is the light that never goes out. It is the light that is so powerful it is beyond duality of light and dark, cannot ever be extinguished or diminished, and quite simply, beyond all logic, just is. Certainly, no lie or deception, no boundary or defense can remain intact in its presence. The blazing divinity of this light sears through any pretense, annihilates illusions, and takes us into stark experience of divine truth. It is gentleness, and yet it cannot be overcome. It is enduring power, and yet it is tender. Though you seek the divine and even know it as love, you also know that it's fierce, wild, inexplicable, and demanding beyond all measure. It wants you completely, utterly, without condition. There will be times in your life, such as now, when there is something not worthy of you that must be released. This is a falsehood, a lie, a deception of some sort that you have come to believe about yourself, your life, or perhaps even another. You may know what that deception is, or it may be about to be unveiled. It's not a cause for fear or concern, but for celebration. An illusion has or soon will be released, and you shall become freer, free in a way that only truth can provide. This oracle comes to you as a sign of that which is to come and soon. The beloved divine presence is calling to you, igniting within your deepest being so that it may have its way with you. The divine wishes to live through you and into the world, reaching into the hearts of many and igniting those hearts into life. It is a clever and insatiable lover. It will stop at nothing until the entire human race is restored to the wild divine freedom of ecstatic divine reunion, completely and utterly ignited in love. And so the great lover, the divine, calls for you to enter into the white hot field of its passionate presence. There will be a sizzle and burn. It cannot be otherwise. In the height of summer, you can cast aside the layers of clothing you require in the winter. This is natural. You do not think twice about it. As you approach the radiant sun of divinity, your emotional and psychological layers are to be shed too, for they are too heavy for the heat of the great spiritual sun. What cannot stand the heavenly heat is to be cast aside swiftly by conscious choice, or shall simply burn up, dissolving in the light and melting away. What is left shall be what is true. So here's your guidance, sweet lover of the great beloved. Give it up, the smallness, the conditions, the fears and doubts, the lack of reverence for yourself and life, the belief that somehow things are not okay or are not going to work out. That is all a paltry attempt at truth. You are coming into a truth now that is far more worthy of you. A truth with a capital T, the big truth, love, trust, surrender. This is about a sacred shedding without fear or holding back. Cast aside whatever would hold you back rather than free you to fly into your divine destiny. You are not to be the same from this moment on. That is the holy word, the word inscribed in living divine fire in your sacred heart. This oracle brings you guidance. Trust in your changing perspective and perceptions. Don't hold on to what you once believed or thought to be true. Allow yourself to be shown another version of events, another way of perceiving. Don't focus on what is not working your current estimation of things, for that is nothing more than a passing opinion. You're being given an opportunity to see and know yourself, others, and particular life circumstances very differently. Embrace it. Don't resist what's being shown to you, for even if there are some struggles in adjusting your view at first, ultimately, this change in perception will free you and bring you more deeply into the wellspring of your own inner peace and happiness. So, whew, ooh, 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 ooh. You're being asked to embrace the change. Okay. You're being asked to embrace a change that's being brought before you and to allow that change to be the very thing that sets you freer and freer into the totality that you are, a totality that you're returning to. Mm. There's a fear, there's a hesitation, there's a wondering if you're misunderstanding or misreading. There is a questioning of if you're worthy, if you'll be found worthy, if you'll be treated as worthy, or if you'll be rejected. There's all of these questions, and you won't have the answers until you put action behind the words. You'll have to find out on your own terms. You'll have to find out. Because at no point was it ever part of your divine plan to remain in the space that you're currently in, a space of wondering and not knowing, a space where you don't know what you mean to someone. Some of the most powerful things that I've experienced were moments where my perception, my assumption of what I meant to someone was corrected by the person, where I found the courage to give them the opportunity to really tell me for themselves exactly what I am to them, for them, with them, right? Sometimes it will come in the form of, me asking and them answering. Other times it came in the form of me taking a step back and observing and allowing their actions to tell me exactly where I stand. Marlene is asking me to say something. You're less of an inconvenience than you realize. And a lot of what you've witnessed has been a reflection of what you've also created. So it's a mirroring, you know, it's a mirroring. And there's something that happens when mirrors stand in front of each other. It becomes this limitless reflectivity where you see inside the worlds within worlds within worlds within worlds. And you have the opportunity to begin really assessing where you're at within that. So I assume at some point you'll be standing in front of a mirror on the wall, or maybe a mirror that's alive, a living mirror of you. And you'll be shown exactly what you need to see. Until then, you're going to have to look for the signs that your soul will send you through songs, billboards, conversations, social media, memes, whatever it is. Your soul will find a way to send you the signs that you are so, so desperate to have. Things are never what you think they are. When you're someone that's an overthinker, when you are someone that has gotten so accustomed to shrinking yourself down because that's what you've been around for so long, you become desperate to see the truth, even though the truth is looking right at you and speaking directly to your heart, right? So I think we're all going to be seeing the things we need to see. I think that we're going to experience life in a different way. Hi, Michelle. Absolutely. I feel it still. I feel all this energy running through my body. I just don't know what to do with it yet. I'm not comprehending it. I'm wondering if the reason I saw your comment just now is because for most of us, and I think you included right now, Michelle, we don't need to comprehend things. We simply need to live it. We need to allow ourselves to experience with zero attempts to interpret and make sense of things. Because really, your perception will continue to change as you continue further down that experience. What you perceive at the beginning of the ride will not be the same as what you know at the end, right? So maybe there's no need to comprehend right now. Maybe what we need to do as individuals in our lives is to simply be present in this moment, in this space of transition, and allowing that transition to clear away some of that fog, that condensation that's collected on our goggles, so that we can have a better view of the very things that our life is trying to show us. Oftentimes when I work on people and they've never experienced me before and they've never heard of me before, they have zero idea of what to expect, right? And then they experience me, and it creates a clarity within themselves that maybe they've never had before, because as I run frequency through the microgrid, it realigns things and you better understand things. But in that better understanding, you realize how confused everything has been thus far. It's not uncommon. It's not uncommon. And to that, I say, live in the experience first. The understanding will naturally occur as you experience enough and develop enough knowing within what you're experiencing to be able to really wrap your mind around what it is you experienced. Understanding usually comes in hindsight. Whatever we think we understand, like I'm experiencing this right now, looking at all the different things that I've participated in, all the different things that I've had happen to me, all of the ways in which I've reacted to the things that have happened, I mean, it's been years, and I'm only now beginning to realize, like, oh, oops. Oopsie. I did that. I created more struggle for myself, but I thought I knew. But I thought I knew. I really thought I did. But it turns out after I've experienced more of life, I actually didn't. Right? So, guys, be patient with your process. Be patient with your experiences and the understanding that comes only after the experience is done. Okay? I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing, amazing rest of your day. I got to get ready for class. I will see y'all tomorrow. Maybe 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm not sure because I have class tomorrow as well. So, if you'd like to learn how to do the energy work that I do, simply go to my website, k33academy.com. That's my academy website. If you're looking for private session with me, a reading, bioscan, or one of the plethora of different services that I offer, go to meevolving.com. That's where you can book my services. You can find my goodies. I have a whole bunch of different things that I offer, physical items, crystals, all of that good stuff. Okay. I also make custom smudge blends, just a lot of stuff. So meevolving.com and k33academy.com. K the letter, 33 the number, academy.com. I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye, everyone.